Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. In this time, we will present about teaching speaking. Okay, let's check it out. Teaching speaking to young learners. Learning to communicate in foreign language, English for instance, is a process of very complex activities of language acquisition. For young learners, to start learning a foreign language is like to start learning one's mother tongue. Therefore, they need some more time to listen to a foreign language in the classroom, and they should have also more chance to repeat some of the utterances they hear. Besides, they have to feel comfortable and confident first. If not, it will be very difficult to encourage them to speak out.
Principles for teaching English to young learners. Vygotsky in Huddleston states 4 principles in teaching English to young learners. First is children learn through experiences by manipulating surrounding objects. Children are usually called the concrete operational stage of cognitive development. It means that the children learn through hands-on experiences and manipulation objects in the environment. Therefore, it is important for teachers of young learners to use media or realia in presenting the activities or material so that the materials are understandable easily. Second is children learn through social context in group in which they know with one another. Children learn in social context and in groups to take learners know one another. Therefore, English teachers should design the teaching process in social context situation or cooperative class to make the learners know each other. And the third is acquisition takes place when learners comprehend how language is used. Acquisition occurs through learners figuring out of how the language works. Through learners making and the testing out hypotheses about the language. Therefore, English teachers should use English correctly although they imply short sentence when teaching in the classroom. And the last is acquisition takes place in social interaction. Language acquisition occurs through social interaction. It means that the teachers should use in the classroom naturally as if they were in their society. The 4 principles above are the basic foundation for teacher in teaching English to young learners in the classroom. The process of languages for learning for young learners thoroughly must be oriented to the mentioned principles. The mentioned principles above give us information about what we teach and how we teach young learners in the classroom.
Methods in teaching speaking to young learners. There are 2 methods. The first one is audiolingual method or ALM. The principle of audiolingual method can be applied in teaching speaking to young learners, since it holds an assumption that one can learn language by developing habits based on pattern of language. And the second one is communicative language teaching or CLT. CLT is an approach and philosophical orientation that connects classroom-based language learning with the language that the learners need in order to enable the students to be able to speak outside classroom.
Strategies in teaching speaking to young learners. There is some part of strategy in teaching speaking to young learners. The first, teaching with pictures, visual and realia. It is intended to capture the young learners' attention and concentrations in learning English because young learner has short concentration span and easily bored after 5 minutes and 10 minutes. And then teaching English by using picture or concrete visual can make young learner happy, joyful and fun. The second strategy, use teaching with movement and games. According to Scott and Yesterbeck, young learner or learner and understands the language from their hands, eyes, and ears. The physical world is dominant at all times. It is meant that the use of physical activities and game are very important in teaching English to young learners.
That story is one of the very important source of interest. For children in the classroom, teaching English by using story is very effective for young learners' classroom because most of children like story. Story has significant role in helping the students mastery in language learning. Dealing with the advantage and the role of story in teaching English to young learners. Ellis and Brewster started that A. Stories are motivating and fun. B. Listening to story is a shared social experience. C. Stories exercise the imagination. And then teaching with music or songs. Music and songs can help students in understanding English language by listening and pronouncing the word of English. By using music and songs, the children can be fun and familiar with the words and sounds of English. Through fun and joyful activities, children can have high spirit to learn English. Therefore, it is a good chance for English teachers to use these strategies in teaching English for children to engage their motivation and spirit in learning English.
And there are benefits music and songs for language learning, which is provide authentic, meaningful context, introduce children to their target culture, create enjoyable classroom atmosphere, provide opportunities to practice oral language, and aid in retention and comprehension.
Turn and talk may already be familiar to some teachers, but it's very significant when working with young learners. In this strategy, students have a partner toward whom they physically turn and talk about a question asked or topic stated by the teachers. For instance, the teacher could say, I want you to turn and talk to your partner about something fun you did over the weekend. Then, partners turn to each other and discuss the topic for a set amount of time. This is a very simple strategy is great to use with young learners because the more frequently you provide opportunities for young students to share about their experience or opinion, the more they will feel connected to content and value in the classroom community. And the second, stand up or sit down or thumb up or thumb down. This is a very easy strategy to integrate and the question can be simple, such as stand up if you like, sit down if you do not like, so thumb up if you have been to, so thumb down if you have not been to. You can extend this strategy by asking students to quickly find someone who is displaying the same response or the opposite response and explain why they made their choice.
Okay, that's it from us. Thank you for watching.